It's officially been 1 month since the Nintendo Switch 2 has released. Now, with new hardware, new games, and also a higher price, we've had it for about a month, but is it actually worth buying? Let's go ahead and break it down and see what games the Nintendo Switch 2 can play that the Nintendo Switch 1 can't. And should you get rid of your Nintendo Switch 1 just to make room for your Nintendo Switch 2? In this video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the features of the Switch 2, how it plays old games, and also the future of the console. This is going to be an in-depth video, and I hope you guys are really going to enjoy it because I had a lot of fun making it. Let's get right into it, guys. First of all, let's talk about the actual console here. I think that the Switch 2 is a decent upgrade over the Nintendo Switch 1. Graphically as well, and also hardware wise, it is a pretty good upgrade actually, and the dock and everything does support 4K. We do have 120 FPS support as well, and handheld mode you have VRR support. So you actually have a decent console here with a decent upgrade, also have HDR as well, and other modern features. So yeah, I mean, hey, there's a lot of really cool games here as well. Now, for the exclusives, I think it's a little bit light here, but let's go right into the exclusives here. We have Mario Kart World, which I personally believe that this is probably the best Mario Kart game in a very, very, very long time. I love how competitive this game is. I love the tracks. I love the open world. It's just a fantastic game. It's just so much fun to play with friends and family and play online. I think it's just a fantastic game, and I think the graphics in this game are absolutely stunning at times, and the environments and the way that you can race on different tracks. I gotta say, Mario Kart World is a must-have title on the system. We also have Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, that's also an exclusive as well, and I think that the Switch 2 Welcome Tour gets a bit too much hate. I think that the Welcome Tour is fantastic. I really enjoyed every single minute of it, if I'm being completely honest. It was a lot of fun to try to see if you can find the stamps and learn about the system and basically compare this to other Nintendo systems and other Nintendo technologies. So I think it's a fantastic buy for only $10. There's also a bunch of mini games as well that you can play as well, besides the actual main game, which is basically learning about the Nintendo Switch 2. I think it's a fantastic learning tool, and this is definitely the first game that I played personally, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone looking to get a Switch 2. Now, we went ahead and talked about the exclusives, but what about if you want to play some older games? What I hear from a lot of people is that they have a massive Nintendo Switch library, and they heard that some games are not backwards compatible on the Nintendo Switch 2. However, in my testing, for the games that I tested out here, tested out a few games, you guys can see all the performance and everything as well, and I think that the games performed exceptionally well, and possibly ran even better than the Nintendo Switch 1, sometimes doubling the frame rate from 30 to 60. So I can definitely say, for the games that I tested out, and you guys can go check out the compatibility list on Nintendo's website, it seems like a lot of these games are going to just run significantly better than the Nintendo Switch 1 because of the hardware. Thing is that if you are playing specific games, sometimes you will actually get a frame rate boost as well. In this game, let's say for example Modern Combat Blackout, you can see that the game is running at 60 frames per second, and it is pretty smooth, while on the Nintendo Switch 1 the game would run around 30 frames per second. Now, it's mostly just a frame rate boost. You don't really see like graphics boosts and stuff like that, visuals. But yeah, even if you're trying to play games like, let's say, Call of Duty and that kind of stuff, you do have many alternatives as well, like Modern Combat as well. Obviously, you know, the graphics are not going to be quite as good as like Call of Duty Black Ops 7 or Black Ops 6, but it's still a pretty fun war shooter to play. You also have online as well. So I would definitely recommend this game here, guys, Modern Combat 5. It's only a couple bucks as well. It's definitely a lot of fun to play the campaign and also multiplayer as well to scratch that Call of Duty itch. Even games like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom actually runs fantastic on the Nintendo Switch 2. As you guys can see, it's running at a smooth 60 frames per second. On the Switch 1, it only ran at about 30 frames per second. I think that the game looks fine, to be honest, and plays just fine in handheld mode as well. I would like to see, some free upgrades here and there. I did hear that maybe for the Cosmic Shake, that THQ Nordic is going to go ahead and provide you a free upgrade for the Switch 1. But yeah, as you guys can see, there's a lot of games here that run completely fine on the Nintendo Switch 2 that are Switch 1 games. And then you also have other games like, let's say, Saints Row 4 as well, now that also runs at 60 frames per second. So as you guys can see, for some backwards compatible games, they will actually run better. Now, like I said, it's mostly just like a frame rate boost here if the game has an unlocked frame rate. There's a lot of games that do have an unlocked frame rate on the Nintendo Switch 1. But as you guys can see, I mean, hey, this game looks like a lot of fun here, and it's running extremely smooth, and it is a blast to play this game, guys. I'm telling you, it's smooth 60 frames per second, and playing this game in handheld mode or docked mode, it feels awesome. While unfortunately there is no GTA 5 on the Nintendo Switch, we do have something even better. GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition, it will run significantly better than the original Switch 1. In the Switch 1, this game basically dropped down to like 10-15 frames per second at times, mostly around like 20-ish frames, especially when driving, but it seems like the new hardware has solved this issue, so if you wanted to go back and play a bunch of those games, you can go ahead and play them perfectly fine. There's really no issues, and most of the time they will run significantly better. And if you are a fan of GTA, you have Vice City, and also have GTA 3 as well. And then if you're also a fan of Saints Row, more open world games for you, GTA style, you do have those as well. Most of the Saints Row games are going to be on the Nintendo Switch as well, like Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4. Saints Row 2 is not on there, but you do have the Saints Row 3 and 4 games, which I've heard that people say that Saints Row 3 is some of their favorite Saints Row games. A lot of people say Saints Row 2 is really good as well, but yeah, as you guys can see here, there is a little bit of screen tearing, sometimes some frame rate spikes, some frame time spikes as well, but I mean, it runs way better than the original Switch, and I hope to see like a upgrade. The graphics do look a little rough, but I mean, hey, it is an older game. If you really wanted to play this game at the maximum fidelity, I would definitely recommend playing this game on PC. But as you guys can see, runs very, very smooth, and GTA San Andreas is one of those greatest games of all time for sure, so definitely check this one out on the Switch 2. It runs good. Now we've taken some look at the launch titles here and also some backwards compatible games. What about the actual future of the console? Now, if you guys are fans of Nintendo, you guys know about Mario, you guys know about Zelda, you guys know about Metroid. Minus Metroid, a lot of these games will not be coming over to the Nintendo Switch 1, so definitely keep that in mind. But a lot of the games that are going to be coming over to the Switch 2 will be exclusive to Switch 2 because they will be using the hardware of the Switch 2. One specific game that I can think of right now is Donkey Kong Bonanza, which looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks like one 3D platformer. If you are a fan of 3D platformers, if you guys are a fan of, like, let's say Mario Odyssey, this is definitely a 3D platformer to not miss. It looks absolutely phenomenal. There's so many cool things to this one here. So definitely, guys, the first party games are going to be amazing. Obviously, you guys know we're going to be seeing another Mario, another Zelda. We're probably going to be seeing other games as well, like Fire Emblem, like maybe some other games as well, a new Xenoblade. Like, there's so many games that are probably going to be coming over, guys. It's just going to be amazing. So if you guys are a huge fan of Nintendo, also one thing I just completely forgot, Super Smash Bros, one of my favorite games of all time for sure, definitely going to be coming over to the Nintendo Switch 2, guys. You have to get a Switch 2 at this point if you guys want to play the latest Nintendo games. To be honest, there's not really too many exclusives, but in the near future there's definitely going to be a lot of really good games. I can definitely guarantee that. Also upcoming as well, you do have Metroid Prime 4 as well, which is going to be a fantastic game, first-person adventure game. It's just going to be fantastic. Look at these graphics, guys. The Switch 2's graphics are absolutely phenomenal, and not only that, this game is probably going to be running at a native 4K 60 frames per second, given you have the hardware. But this game looks absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to play it. So 2025, guys, is looking pretty good for the Switch 2. Like I said, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 is also coming over to the Switch 1 as well, but I think that the Switch 2 will be the definitive way to play this game because of the graphical upgrade and also the frame rate upgrade. This is definitely going to be an awesome game to play on the Nintendo Switch 2 if you are a fan of Metroid. And even if you're not a fan of Metroid, this is definitely the time to get into Metroid. We also have some other games coming over as well in 2025, apparently, which is going to be Kirby Air Ride as well. So we have another Kirby Air Ride. Yay for anyone who wants to play those games. I'm not really the biggest fan of them, but I can definitely understand the cultural significance. And we also have a new Hyrule Warriors game as well, which, I mean, Hyrule Warriors, definitely not for me, but good for people that do want to play those games. So 2025 looking good, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about the third-party games now, because that is what I was very interested in, especially for the hardware. I think that these games do run decently well. One of the biggest third-party games to come over was Cyberpunk 2077. I am absolutely amazed that they even got this game to run on a portable system. This just proves that the Switch 2 is a truly next-gen system and it can play next-generation games. Current generation, I mean technically PS5 and Series X games, but really, guys, this game runs phenomenally. I don't really like this game that much, but I mean, I can definitely understand a lot of people do really enjoy this game, and to play this game portably, it is crazy. So yeah, like, this is just telling you that almost any game can come over to Switch 2 at this point. Another game that's basically been confirmed is Borderlands 4. I am a huge fan of Borderlands. I think it's an awesome game, looter shooter adventure type of game. It's absolutely phenomenal, and Borderlands 4 looks absolutely phenomenal as well. To have this game portably will be absolutely awesome, to play it online and to go ahead and, you know, explore the world and stuff like that. It's fantastic. So yeah, guys, you guys can see a lot of games are going to be coming over to Switch 2 at this point. And yeah, let's just go over one more here. Also, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII are also going to be coming over to the Nintendo Switch 2, guys. And also the third game, which has not even been revealed yet, is going to come over. This just proves that Square Enix has faith in the console and knows that it's a very powerful console. That a game that has never even been revealed yet, okay, to us, like gameplay wise or whatever, is being confirmed for the Switch 2. So guys, at this point, the Switch 2 has it all. It has it all. Like, you can play so many third-party games. It's fantastic. Now, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is another game that's kind of just been flying around and stuff like that for Switch 2. A lot of people are saying that it's going to be coming over. The developers have been talking about it as well. So, hey, if this game comes over, fantastic. I'm not really the biggest fan of this game, but I can definitely understand the cultural significance of this game. I think that it's a good game, but I think it's slightly overrated. Don't hate me. But I think that this is definitely a game that probably should be coming over as well, just for RPG fans and stuff like that. And I think if this game comes over, a lot of games can come over, because this game's running UE5, so Unreal Engine 5 does not really run well on many systems, but if this game can run it properly, that'd be fantastic, and it will show that the Switch 2 can also play Unreal Engine 5 games. One game, if it does come over, GTA 6. If this happens, guys, I think the Switch 2 will become a huge success, especially for those people that want to play this game. If you can play this game portably, it would be absolutely amazing. I don't know if the Switch 2 can handle this game, but if it can, and if it does come over, this is going to be absolutely huge. If GTA 6 comes over, every single game can come over at this point, guys. And this is probably the biggest launch of all time for a video game that we're expecting, so this would be absolutely huge, guys. Like, I cannot even put it into words if this actually happened, but we'll see. It's been a long time since Call of Duty has hit a Nintendo console, but I think that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is just all but confirmed at this point. We know about the Activision leaks as well. So that said that Nintendo has a 10-year deal with Activision as well to release the newest Call of Duty. So yeah, guys, at this point, even Call of Duty coming over, you have so many games coming over. Potentially, you have GTA coming over, maybe GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2. There's so many games that are going to be coming over to Switch 2, guys. Because the console is super, super powerful. And this is what Nintendo needed. Okay, this is what Nintendo needs. Now, again, when the PS6 and the Xbox Series X2 is going to come out, I don't know exactly how Nintendo's going to deal with that, but at this point, the first party games are going to be fantastic, guys. The third party games are going to be fantastic. I think that this has to be one of the greatest console launches basically ever at this point, just because the hardware is just so amazing. The games are fantastic, and yeah, the launch games, the 2 launch games, I mean, you can say that only one of them is good. That's what some people would say. I actually like Switch 2 Welcome Tour. But I think that the games that are coming over at this point, guys, are going to be phenomenal. We're going to be seeing some of the greatest games of all time come over to the Nintendo Switch 2, and we have backwards compatible games and stuff like that. I think that this is going to be one launch for Nintendo that is going to be probably one of their biggest launches of all time. We know that it's probably one of the best-selling consoles of all time right now. And in conclusion, I think that you should absolutely buy the Nintendo Switch 2. I think it's fantastic. I think it's one of the best systems I've ever played in my life, especially with the backwards compatible games and stuff like that. Just like on Xbox Series X, if you were to play an older game, it runs significantly better sometimes. And it's just a fantastic way to experience those older games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, like Tears of the Kingdom. You can get the 60 FPS patches as well. There's a lot of games that are coming over, guys. The first party games are fantastic. Mario Kart World, you have Switch 2 Welcome Tour, you have other games like, let's say, Cyberpunk as well. You have other games coming over, Borderlands 4, and just the third party support seems really, 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 really good right now. So, I mean, at this point, guys, the Switch 2 is 100% worth it. Living in some weird times right now, guys. Microsoft and Sony have both went ahead and they've expressed interest to bring their games over to multiple platforms. So could the Switch 2 be one of them? Instead of buying an Xbox Series S, which actually just raised in price $100 recently as well, you can go ahead and you can buy a Switch 2 and play those Xbox games and potentially even those PlayStation games on the Nintendo Switch 2. So keep that in mind. And you're going to be getting pretty much equal quality on par with the Xbox Series S, and probably even on par with the PS5 graphics wise. Maybe not frame rate wise, maybe not ray tracing wise, but you will definitely get the same quality graphics wise for sure. So it is definitely a console to consider for sure, even over the Xbox and the PS5 at this point. It is a truly next gen console, and even after 1 month, it just keeps on getting better and better and better. Well, yeah, guys, what do you guys think about the Nintendo Switch 2? Do you guys have one already? Are you guys planning to get one? Are you guys not planning to get one? Please let me know down in the comments down below. I'll definitely be reading every single one of your comments down there. And thank you so much for watching this extremely long video. Hopefully I've provided the information for you guys 1 month later if the Switch 2 is worth it. But yeah, guys, I will catch you guys next time, and stay subscribed for some more Switch 2 content. Peace.